Okei, eli hei kaikki, minun nimi on Chatelier ja minulla on tosiaan ehkä vähän erilainen ensinnäkin peli, no täällä on monenlaisia pelejä toki ollut, mutta mä ajattelin vetää tämän englanniksi, koska yleensä kun mä nauhoitan tai striimaan, niin mä teen sen englanniksi, eli mä en käytännössä osaa tehdä sitä suomeksi. Eli veitän tämä englanniksi. Eli hello everyone, my name is Chatelier and today we will be playing Kingdom Rush. It's a tower defense game. And we'll be playing on normal difficulty. Usually speedruns are done on easy, which is faster, but I decided to go for a bit of an extra challenge. And also, for an extra challenge, we'll only be using 2 of the 4 tower types. We'll only be using the mages and the barracks, which is a strategy that I coined as might and magic. But anyway, let's get started. I'll give a countdown when the time is off to go. Right, ready? 3, 2, 1, go. And the first maps are, of course, quite easy. We're going to start with 2 mage towers here. We're going to build a 3rd one over there in just a little bit. And for each enemy that we kill here, we do get some gold over there. And we'll build the 3rd one there. Now we get some pop-ups here to show us new things that we can do. And we'll get a barracks down here to get a bit more blockade here. And once that's there, it's going to be quite good. Right. There's not really much going on in these early maps, so I think that the first 2 maps are going to be done, well, first of all, less than 10 minutes, and there's not much risk in here. I could build more towers here, but I don't really have to. This will just do fine. We'll just keep on adding the reinforcements that we get over here, just so that the enemies won't get through that. I don't know, perhaps we should have sound somewhere, but I don't know why or where. But anyway, we got another... Oh well, I mean, technical difficulties are par for the course when I'm playing, so that's nothing new here. Right, so that's the first map. We get some upgrades here that we can put on for every star that we get. And it's 1, 2, 3 stars that we get on each map. Hopefully we get 3 stars on all the maps. Otherwise the tactics that we're going to use will not work. I'm currently trying to figure out why the sound is not coming through, but all the staff is trying to figure that out. I'm just trying to keep the game going. Right, so we might actually have a restart here to get the sounds on. So we're actually gonna go quit and we're gonna do a restart here. We're probably gonna have to restart the game as well, so we might as well go to the break screen for a little bit. Alright, after that we're gonna do a quick restart here. We didn't lose that much time anyway, so we're gonna start on normal again. 3, 2, 1, go. So we're just gonna do this again. It shouldn't take too long, which is quite nice. Right, so we get a third tower there. We can call in the reinforcements here. I mean, the goblins over here, they don't have much health, so they go down pretty quickly. And we can get ourselves a barracks right about now. Just need to relocate the troops over there. I don't think many of the enemies will be getting through here. I mean, they didn't get through here last time. Now I'm just waiting for the next pop-up here, just to save half a second of time. Come on. I have to drop some reinforcements there while waiting. There we go. And again, I could easily build more towers here, but I don't really have to. We can drop some fire onto those guys. And the remainders will be dealt with quite quickly here. There we go. Unfortunately, a lot of these loading times are a bit long, so that is where quite a lot of time will be wasted. Right, now we can start on this one. Because this is about, well, we got a couple of ways in on this map, but we didn't get much further than this, so we didn't really lose that much time, and we do have a little bit extra anyway. These two towers will deal with most of the goblins here. And then we're gonna get a barracks over here in just a little bit. There we go. We'll call in some reinforcements as well. I'm gonna drop some fire over there. Next thing, we're gonna upgrade this barracks here, because we can actually upgrade the towers now on this map to level 2, unfortunately. Just not much further than that yet, and that reinforcement placement was a bit off. but we're gonna give that an upgrade so the barracks does a bit more damage and they can take more hits, which is gonna be quite useful shortly. Every time we call in the wave a bit early, which we are basically doing all the time, we get a little bit extra cash, and of course we save a lot of time. And the timers over here will go forward with the time skipped, so we actually get to use those a bit faster. And next thing, we're gonna upgrade this tower, but that's gonna take a little bit more gold. So we're gonna have to wait until that, but we should be fine until then. There's a lot of units coming through here, so I'm gonna drop some fire and then now we can upgrade that tower. We got still a decent blockade going on here, so I don't think we need to worry too much, but we do want to put in some extra reinforcements there. Okay, there's one that got through. We'll just drop on some reinforcements over there. I suppose we could build a tower here just in case. But the first two maps, or first few maps rather, are rather easy, so they're quite forgiving if you do things not quite as optimal. There we go. Call in the next wave. Unfortunately, we don't have the Rain of Fire quite yet. Well, we can drop that there, we can build a barracks over there, we can drop fire over there. Unfortunately, we may have to build another tower here. No, actually we don't. Now we're just waiting a little bit to upgrade this tower, I think. I mean, this is already the last wave, so there's not that much going to go on. But hopefully we didn't lose too much time on this map. My personal best is about 1 hour and 47 minutes, so if you're observant, you notice that there's gonna be a lot of extra time, which is actually quite fine. Right, we can actually sell that tower and upgrade this one to speed things up over here. And now most of the enemies have died. There's just a few more stragglers. There we go. That should be it. We get another 3 stars from this. Now we're gonna get a discount for the mage towers for this map, which is gonna be rather useful.
Might and magic, like a charm.
Right, and these 2 towers will be dealing with most of the enemies here in the beginning, so we're just gonna save up some money to get a barracks over here, just so that we can stop the enemies before they reach around here. And then we're gonna build another mage tower here, and then we're gonna upgrade some of these towers. And that's the plan of action here. We should be working quite well. Yeah, this the first 5 maps are quite easy. The 6th map might have some problems if I forget to do a few things on time, but we'll see that once we get there. Until then, there's nothing really that can go too much wrong, as long as I keep building the towers. Right, and soon we're gonna have to drop some fire on these lot here there. There we go. That dealt with quite a few of them. And there's more goblins coming in, but that's not too bad. There's going to be another enemy, actually 2 new enemies on this map. One of them which is rather annoying. You'll soon see why. So far it's just goblins. Now there's some wolves coming in which are quite weak, but they run fast, so that's mostly the problem with them. But now that this one's been upgraded, it one hits the goblins, so that's quite handy. We can give this one an upgrade. And there's a lot of goblins coming from the bottom lane there, and some wolves from the top lane. I think we're gonna upgrade this tower next. Because most of them will not reach this far, and we got the blockade going on, so there's nothing too bad there. I think most of these will not reach further than this. Although, well, some of them might, especially from the top lane. And unfortunately these towers are shooting at the same target every now and then, which is a bit overkill. Now I suppose I could upgrade this, or I could actually build another tower there. It's gonna be a bit extra. Why did I do that? I don't know, but that was a mistake. Bit of a misclick. But as I said, these first maps are not too punishing for mistakes. I'm actually gonna upgrade the barracks there, just in case, because these shamans over here will have pretty high magic resistance, and of course the mage towers do magic damage. Right, I think the reinforcements, yeah, the reinforcements took on the, well, the first set of reinforcements took on the shamans there. Unfortunately, not quite enough. But one of them is going, there we go, one of them is dead. Unfortunately, they do heal themselves and the units around them, which is quite annoying. Especially when you're just about to kill them. Right. I suppose I could build another tower here or upgrade that. Actually, I'm gonna build one over here. Just to put some extra damage before the enemies reach here. There's one more shaman there, and then there's 3 more coming in. Which hopefully... Okay, yeah, we did get that one. There we go. Another shaman is down. We're gonna upgrade this tower next, I think. Just so that we can get rid of more of the enemies before they reach here. I mean, of course, killing the enemies over here is quite important. I'm just gonna drop that there. There's not that much need for it elsewhere. Sure, go ahead.
No niin, täällä on tullut 2 lahjoitusta. I will be speaking this in Finnish because the messages are in Finnish, so sorry about that if there is any English-speaking people in the chat. Mutta Drago et Kyria on lahjoittanut 20 € viestillä. Hienoa nähdä pohjoista suomenkielistä vauhdikasta pelaamista, josta tuotto ohjataan hyvään tarkoitukseen. Onnea kaikille juoksijoille ennätysten metsästykseen. Kiitoksia Drago et Kyria. Ja Sandalfin äiti on lahjoittanut 15 € viestillä. Minulla on Sandalfin lapsuudenkuvia tallella. Laitetaan semmonen peliin. Kiitos tapahtuman järjestäjille. Eli kiitoksia Sandalfin äidille.
Thank you very much for the donations. They will go to good use. And bloody hell, we didn't kill that shaman there. I think we're gonna build a tower there. Although we might not actually need it. But another tower there. Now, these are ogres, and they got a lot of hit points, they do a fair bit of damage, but they don't have any armor, so they take full damage. And the first one is down. I suppose we could upgrade this tower here next, because there's not that much going on anymore. There's some shamans coming in, and we will have a fiery surprise for them. Of course, there's some goblins behind them, but the goblins are not really the problem. Can we get rid of that? Nope. Okay then. Just gonna wait for the other shamans to reach around here before we drop the fire, just so that we can get rid of all of them at the same time. There we go. And there we go. That's map number 3 done. And we're getting one upgrade this time. We get a hero, which is a nifty thing to do. It's basically a mobile tower.
Might and magic, like a charm.
The drop of barracks on that side, and the hero will basically just be killing everything on the center there. And gaining levels and then doing some extra damage after that. So it basically stops one enemy at a time, and it's quite handy. Especially once it starts fighting the shamans, which will be a thing later on. Because shamans have armor against or resistance against magic damage, but not against physical damage, so the well, the barracks and the hero will be quite useful dealing with them. I'm actually gonna upgrade that real quick. And there's more orcs coming there. And I think I'm actually gonna upgrade this one next. Because there's gonna be a lot of reinforcements around here, thus we don't have to upgrade that barracks quite yet. I'd rather have some extra damage reaching here where all the enemies will pass through. Unfortunately we didn't catch that shaman there, but it will go down soon enough. I'm actually gonna drop some fire over there, just to speed things up, and there we go, we stopped the shaman there. Which is going to go down rather quickly. There we go. Now back to beating the goblins. I have to say, running around with a plate mail is not probably the easiest job. But I don't hear him complain. And right now there's not really much going on, other than a stream of goblins coming through. They don't reach too far. And on this map we can actually start upgrading towers to level 3, which is quite handy. And we will be doing that in a few waves, I suppose. Just out of curiosity, we got 15 minutes so far. We can get this in about 20 minutes in, that'd be nice. Right, I think I'm actually gonna save up for the 3rd level for this tower. And then we might want to start upgrading this side a little bit, but it's not really a priority quite yet until we get that, and now we should definitely focus on this area, because this side is fairly strong actually. Now then, there's some shamans, which we hopefully... There we go, we stopped both of them. And these bandits are... They do a lot of damage, but they can't really take hits, so it's not too bad, I suppose. And there's some walls, but they're not really a problem. We're gonna upgrade this tower next. Just going to happen quite soon. There we go. And most of these will not even reach the troops on the road. And there's another ogre, which will be challenged by our hero, which is actually level 6, does 18 to 30 damage, which is pretty decent. Okay, unfortunately the shamans will go through there. Could actually upgrade this tower for a little bit extra damage. Drop the reinforcements over there. Not, I mean, I suppose I could have dropped them on this side as well. But it doesn't really matter, I suppose. Just gonna drop some reinforcements there and some fire. Okay, one of them almost managed to escape. We'll stop that there though. I'm actually gonna send the hero to deal with that. Can we catch it? I certainly hope so. Well, we can drop in some reinforcements there. I'm gonna upgrade that to level 3 and that to level 2. There we go. The hero dealt with that. So no one got past. Let's just go with that. Send the hero back where he's doing the most damage, I suppose. Well, I'm gonna upgrade the other barracks to level 3 as well. Because it does increase the damage quite significantly. And there's another stream of shamans coming in. We'll probably kill 2 or 3 of them with, well, I think 2. Yeah, 2 we can get with the hero. Now, I think it's time to start upgrading this tower. Because there's not much else that we can upgrade. We might have to drop in some reinforcements here. Just to slow the enemies down long enough that we can get rid of them. There's actually a lot of them going through. I'm not sure why this is happening, but we can stop them. We can actually send the hero over there.
Come on, you want to live forever? Honor, guide me.
Oh, come on.
I will cleanse this land.
There we go. I'm gonna upgrade that one and this one. Send the hero back here. Actually, I'm gonna send the hero over there. There we go. One of the shamans is down. There's still 2 left. 1 left. Okay, they're all dead. I'm gonna move the hero over here now. And this is actually the final wave of this particular map. I suppose we could upgrade this one real quick. And there's gonna be 2 sets of units still coming in. There's these brigands, which actually do have a medium armor and decent hit point pool, but the mage towers are quite efficient against them. And then there's going to be some shamans here. 4 of them actually. Drop that there. There we go. And send the hero after the last shaman. Not that it's going to get there in time, of course. But that's that. Map number 4. Thank you, thank you. We're gonna upgrade the Rain of Fire now, and once we enter here, it's gonna be quite useful.
Prepare for glory.
Might and magic like a charm.
Just gonna build all the towers right now that we're gonna need on this map. I can drop on some extra delaying units there. And most of these will not be reaching too far at least, and even delay some of that. I think the first thing to upgrade is going to be the barracks here. And once these troops pass, well actually once that one dies, we're gonna have to send the hero over here. He's probably gonna spend most of the remainder of this up here with the rest of the troops. Just so that, well actually it does boost the troops over there, so that's going to help a little bit, and also it's required here to stop some of the spiders from reaching here. We're gonna upgrade that tower just in case, do a little bit extra damage on the troops coming from this side. And now we got a pop-up of, since there is an archer tower here, and now we upgraded to one of the 2 special towers that, or branches that each tower has, as the first one that is available, but we're not gonna build that because the strategy is might and magic. Thus we're only using the barracks and mage towers. As I did say in the first run that we had to restart thanks to technical difficulties, but those are part of the course, so I'm not really complaining. And I do hope that this is at least somewhat entertaining. And currently these towers are doing a little bit damage on the way for most of the units at least. Not quite enough to kill them unfortunately, but we can give this one an upgrade in just a few moments. There we go. That's going to increase the damage quite nicely. And the less enemies reach here, the better actually. Although the hero getting the levels is always a good idea. Well, you don't really want to have the hero just guarding the rear. I'll upgrade that one, so now basically for this lane all the towers are level 2 or higher. Now we got some bigger walls which have a magic resistance. which can be a bit problematic, but fire does solve that. And we're going to drop in an upgrade there. I suppose we could upgrade this one in just a few moments. There we go. The troops over here will be taking care of most of that, so the hero can focus on the spiders. Because in a few moments, I think in the next wave we are going to get some a bit nastier spiders. I mean, these are not too bad. They got some actually pretty high magic resistance, but they will go down rather easily. Drop in some extra reinforcements there. Okay, yes, in this way we're getting the Spider Matriarch, which, well, you'll see soon what it does. It drops an egg, and smaller spiders come out of that. So it can easily swarm your defenses, but unprepared. And the hero deals most damage, so it's quite important that the hero is taking on the bigger spiders. Now there's going to be quite a few wolves coming in. Oh, and we got plenty of money, so we might as well upgrade that. And we're going to drop some fire over there. Gets rid of most of the enemies. And I think I'm going to upgrade this one next. Just to have a bit extra damage, and if something manages to slip past, we can still potentially kill it. Okay, but the defenses are holding so far. Unfortunately, the big one slipped past our hero. Well, for a little bit at least. And now we can start upgrading this lane, because there's only one more wave after this one. So once all the spiders from here have been dealt with, I'm going to send the hero over here to do a bit more damage. Or, well, do a bit more harm for the enemies, I suppose, where it matters more. Give that another upgrade. There's a little bit more spiders coming in. But once those have been dealt with, which is pretty soon actually. Dropping some extra reinforcements there. And the bigger spiders are about to be dead. So we'll move you over there. Start dropping in some reinforcements. The hero a little bit forward, I suppose. Now there's going to be still quite a few enemies. Give that an upgrade, but these will not be a problem. Now there's a marauder here, which is has medium armor and a lot of hit points. It's basically like the ogre, a bit less hit points, but armor. So takes less damage from arrows and such. Now we're going to drop some fire over there. Gets rid of most of those, and a lot of bandits coming in will take at least some damage on this Scorching Earth. Give that an upgrade. And hopefully we can stop most of these here, so that they don't go any further. And that should be it. There we go. Now then, onto the first map with a boss. So, map number 6. With the hero over there, then we'll start with 4 towers. Give that an upgrade, that an upgrade. And this should be a fairly solid tactic here. No, most of the enemies will not risk fighting. And then we need to start building some barracks around here. Just to have a little bit extra troops to stop any land troops, because in this map there's going to be some flying enemies. But it should not be too much of a problem. Although it probably is going to be a little bit. Right, we can build a tower there. I'm going to build another tower here in just a few moments. I'm going to send the hero over there. I'm going to start whacking at the goblins. That's what he does best. As you can notice, we got some paladins over here standing around, which is something that we can actually build in, or as in barracks. It's a specialization, but they are just standing there, and there's an achievement for this particular map that you need to have at least 3 standing by the end of the map, which isn't really too bad, I suppose. Right, I could drop in reinforcements, but I'm not going to do that quite yet. However, I will be giving upgrade over there, and now we're going to start dropping the reinforcements. Now we're going to drop some fire. Hopefully we can get rid of them. There we go, we got rid of most of them. Because there's some shamans coming in, and we don't really want to let them get too far. A hero can whack them quite good. And now there's some flying enemies coming from the side, so that's why we want to delay the shamans here. Because the towers would be focusing on the shaman instead, until it's too late, and we don't really want to do that. We can send the hero back though. And next we are going to upgrade this tower here. Of course, each time you upgrade a tower, it will take a little bit time before it starts attacking again, so sometimes it can be detrimental to upgrade too early. Or during a fight, at least. But so far, so good. It's actually the first flying wave that usually has been the most problematic for me in this. But we managed to deal with that quite easily, so I'm perfectly happy with that. We're less than half an hour in. Now we're getting archers, and these are one of the most annoying enemies in this. It has some magic resistance. They deal a fair bit of damage, so we're going to send in the hero to deal one of those. I'm going to drop in more reinforcements there. Give that an upgrade. And drop some fire over there. And the hero will have to be called back, I feel. Although he might... Oh, well, he got a level up, so that works. I'm going to give that an upgrade. And the hero will... Yeah, the hero is basically tanking most of the archers here. Should probably start thinking about upgrading that. Sending in the hero over there just so that we can deal with the archers a bit faster. And send him to get the last archer on the other side. Oh, well, actually, too late. He's already dead. Now then, I'm gonna start upgrading these 2 towers. And at this point, the flying waves are rather simple. We just wait. Drop in a bit more reinforcements there. So now there's another goblin wave, but most of them will die. Of course, we do have a fair bit of troops behind here, just in case any of them get a little bit further. Means that they won't get all the way through. And of course, there are these 3 paladins here taking out some of the enemies, but if there's too many going through, then they will not be able to stop them. Now we're getting a couple more shamans here. Well, 2 of them, but the splitting between the 2 towers here. And of course, this is the first available specialization for Mage Tower, level 4, and you get 2 different... Well, depending on the tower, you get 2 or 3 extra upgrades. There's Death Ray and Teleport, both of which can be useful. I usually favor the Death Ray more, because it's basically an insta-kill, but it does have a pretty long cooldown. There we go. I'm gonna upgrade this one next. Shouldn't take... There we go. That didn't take long at all. Dropping some extra troops over there. I mean, the hero is dealing quite well with the enemies. And now I think it's time to start upgrading that tower. I will probably give this one a level soon enough. There we go. Now let's send in the hero to deal with these archers. And drop in some cannon fodder or arrow fodder over here. Give that an upgrade. At some point I'm gonna have to upgrade the barracks here, but we don't need to do that quite yet. We're gonna focus on the towers here, because the less the enemies reach the fighting distance, the better. And we got another achievement. There's gonna be quite a few on this run, but we're not really paying attention to them. Of course, we should probably pay attention to our hero here, just so that he doesn't get killed, but also that he can be used in killing. I'm gonna fall back a little bit, just so that more of these archers are within the reach of the towers. Right, time to give that an upgrade, and then I think I'm gonna upgrade the barracks.
I will cleanse this land.
But most of the enemies are now rather dead. Give this one an upgrade. I'm not gonna upgrade the barracks beyond level 3 though. We don't really need them to be higher. And the ogres are indeed going down rather quickly. At this point we're going to start building another tower here. It doesn't have a lot of reach yet, but it will be handy later on. Especially once we give it a few more upgrades. Now of course I could try to get some of the death ray upgrades and such. Would be pretty handy, but on the other hand death rays don't really kill off the boss with one hit. So it doesn't really matter, because we are closing in on the end of this map actually. There's still a couple more waves, or 2 more waves after this, but this wave is just flying enemies really. And we know how the flying enemies are, mostly dead. Right, we can give that an upgrade, and now it's time for us to start setting up our final defenses around here, because we will need that in the boss fight. Let's start with the barracks here. We need to put the troops right about there. Add in some extra troops. Okay, that was a bit of a mistake, but it works. We can still work with this. Put the troops over there. And then we can put in a mage tower here. I mean, it's not quite optimal, but we can work with this, so nothing to worry. Now, mage tower there. I think for a moment that what tower did I put there? That's when what happens when you play with muscle memory practically, and then you screw up, and then you need to rewire everything. Right, we can probably call in the boss already. Right, let's send in the hero there. These troops over this side will not really be much of a problem. And now, as you can see, the boss will be dropping in some extra troops there. I'm sending the hero on this side. Give that an upgrade. Drop in some reinforcements there. It does shoot some rockets on these paladins here. And we can upgrade that one. And as there was someone asking in the chat, and it was already answered, just doing my run in English because it feels more natural for me. Right, so now we're finally starting to deal damage on that. We can delay a little bit with the reinforcements. Of course, they are practically dead as soon as it even looks at them. Actually, let's give that an upgrade, if we haven't done that already. And for the most part, this will be alright. We haven't really done much damage on the boss yet, but once it starts walking through here, is when things start happening. Which is exactly why we have this tower here. Well, all these 5 towers here, rather. Now, I'll give that a bit of a oh, bloody hell. I suppose I could upgrade that, but I'm rather going to upgrade that first. Okay, now it's starting to take quite a bit of damage. Down to 4,000 out of 10,000. And for each hit, it's gonna take a fair bit of damage. Already about 3,000. This is not the fastest that I've done this, unfortunately. It's always a bit random where the units are dropped, which is usually what messes things up. Let's make the paladins over there and drop some fire, and now it should be dead. There we go. Victory! Now, time to start upgrading the Rain of Fire over there, and we are entering different types of maps now. It's the winter maps. And we're getting more of the special towers. We're gonna start pretty simple over here, just on level 2 on these 3 towers. Once the hero reaches here, he's gonna be on the front line. And most of these are gonna take a fair bit of damage. I'm gonna build another tower here just in case something goes through, and also I'm gonna have to build one here soon. Might actually well do that next. There we go, and now we are going to be saving for this one. Alright, so we need 216 for this upgrade. We need another 100. We should be able to get that pretty soon. I'm just gonna drop some fire over there just to get rid of the land units a bit faster. And now we can give the upgrade to the other tower. And now all the land units are dead there. Now just waiting for the towers to deal with the bats here. Or gargoyles, actually. My bad. And now I think it's time to give that an upgrade. Just to get rid of these walls a bit faster. One of them actually managed to escape, which is not good. We might have to put in a barracks over there. So on that side, I mean most of the enemies will still die before they reach too far. We can drop in some fire there to get rid of the remainers. Okay, there's no more enemies in the tunnels. Put in more reinforcements there. And next I think we need to get the paladins up. Because they got some nifty skills that we do need in just a few moments actually. Unfortunately some of them did manage to get through. But it's not the end of the world. And we can delay a bit more of them. Now we just need 19, there we go. We got paladins which have a decent armor, do a decent bit of damage and have a lot of hit points. So they will be quite useful in this. Also they'll have some skills that we're gonna have to use. I'm just gonna drop the fire there. Speed things up. We're gonna give them Shield of Valor, which increases their resistances, which makes them even stronger. And so the enemies will be, I mean, yeah, these white wolves are a bit nasty. They do not have fire resistance. And now we're just waiting for the gargoyles to go through. Or not go through, rather. So we did give the Holy Strike to the Paladins, so now they do some damage to their surroundings as well every now and then. Which is quite handy, dealing with the masses of enemies. I think I'm gonna give this the Arcane Wizard upgrade right about now. Because it does a lot more damage. Of course, it does shoot a bit slower. But with the damage it does, it doesn't really matter. Now I could drop in the Rain of Fire here, but it's actually not a good idea. I'm gonna wait for the archers here to amass, and then we are going to give them a surprise. There we go, so we don't have to deal with them. And now defenders over here are rather strong, but there will be some enemies that will slip past nonetheless, which means that we're gonna have to start upgrading these towers around here. As you can see, there's quite a few of them trying to go to the tunnels, which means that they will come out either from here or here. And there's a lot of archers there, which means that the hero is about to die. And we don't want that to happen, although there's no real penalty, it will respawn eventually. But we can drop in some fire on those. I'm gonna give a heal skill to the paladins there, which is gonna make them last a lot longer. And most of the marauders here will not be able to do much. Give an upgrade to the AoE damage there. Okay, so there's a bit more archers over there. But hopefully we can deal with these enemies around here first, and then we're going to drop the fire on top of the walls there. But most of them do not actually get through, although the hero is about to die, so we do need to pull him back. There we go. So that there. Give the Holy Strike another upgrade and upgrade this tower to Arcane. To give that heal another upgrade just so that the paladins can last even longer. Now there's that one archer that is bugging me, so I'm just gonna send the hero to deal with that. Except he's not picking up the right enemy. That happens every now and then, but it's a bit annoying. Just gonna drop the fire over there. I could have saved that a bit further, but I suppose I can survive with that. Or without that, rather. Because the next wave is more flying enemies, and there's gonna be quite a few of them, but it's not too bad. We don't need to use the rain of fire on these. We can, but hitting the flying enemy is a bit more challenging, I suppose. Give that another upgrade. The second to last wave on this particular map. After this map there's still 5 more. And they will get just longer and longer. While the towers deal with that, we can delay most of these enemies. We're gonna let them gather up a little bit and then we'll drop them fire. That takes care of most of them. Actually, let's start giving the death rays over here because that's gonna be quite useful. There we go, the AoE damage did a fair bit of damage there. Got rid of most of the trolls at the fight itself. Give that another death ray over there. We might be seeing that happening quite soon. There we go. There's a zap. And that's the death ray. And on future map, there's going to be a lot of it, I can only tell you. There we go. That's another victory. Get an upgrade over there, and into the next map. And this is going to be a bit trickier. But only a bit. Some barracks there. Mage towers here. Drop the reinforcements. There we go. And I could drop a rain of fire on some of these spiders, but I'd rather have the hero get the experience points from that instead. Which is going to be useful later on. There we go, so he's now level 2. And the max level that the hero can go, if I didn't already say that, is level 10. Unfortunately, it won't be reaching that quite yet. Now, I suppose I could drop in some fire over there, for example, and then give this tower an upgrade in just a few moments. There we go. Then we're gonna upgrade these 2 towers, and then we're gonna get some paladin stuff. Because that is something that we will need on this map rather badly. Okay, so most of the enemies will not be reaching over here, not yet at least, but there's gonna be plenty soon enough. Right, so let's upgrade that one to get rid of more of the trolls there. And there's gonna be quite a few enemies coming through here, so we're gonna give them a surprise in just a few moments. We just want to make sure that the archers are within range. I mean, they will take a lot of damage from the scorching earth there, so that's also quite nice. Right, it's time to start upgrading the barracks here. We need to get the paladins up as quickly as possible. And generally speaking, I do want to have another mage tower there, just in case any enemies get past this amount of troops there. And some of them might, so I need to be careful with that. Also, I need to pay attention to the hero's health later on. Right. Most of the enemies are dying. Now we've got a new type of enemy here, Troll Champion, which has a decent amount of hit points, and like all the trolls, they do regen when they taken damage, which is a bit nasty. But hopefully we can get rid of most of them before they reach here. And there's also some spiders coming from the bottom lane there. I think one of them might be... no. Well, maybe. But there's some spiders over here that we do need to deal with. Luckily, it shouldn't take too long. Right, let's drop in some fire over there. Yeah, the hero is about to die, so we need to pull him back for a little bit. And let's give that an upgrade. Because we do need to give the Shield of Valor upgrade for the paladins at least. In just a little bit, but doing more damage is also quite nice. Right, let's send in the hero to deal with that archer over there at least. Then we can pull back a little bit again, and we're going to give the Shield of Valor to the paladins, just so that they take a bit less damage. And there's going to be a lot of wolves coming in, so we do need to drop in some fire on those once they start reaching here. Well, maybe we don't. No, I'm pretty sure that we will have to, but we can delay that a little bit until the bigger wolves start reaching here. Just gonna drop it there now, just so that we can keep some of the cooldown with the new wave. I'm gonna build the tower over here now and give that an upgrade. Give the heal to the paladins. And for the most part, things are still going quite nicely, but this is one of the harder waves, actually. And we don't have the Rain of Fire available quite yet, but we should have that in time, nonetheless. So I'm not too worried about that. There we go. I suppose I could increase the Holy Strike over there, or I could start upgrading more of the towers. And I think the towers are not a bad idea. I'm gonna wait a little bit though. I'm gonna drop in some fire right about there. There we go, and we got rid of the champions with that. Which is quite a stone off my chest. And there's gonna be flying enemies coming through here. I'm actually gonna upgrade this one. Right, one of the champions is about to go down. Hey Coochie, how's it going? Right, so we are going to... Actually, we're going to have to upgrade that one now, I think. Because there's going to be a lot of flying enemies, and... I mean, of course, some of them we will deal with ease. And we're going to drop fire on top of the flying enemies. Because that works. Give that an upgrade. And hopefully our troops can take care of the Yetis here. Our hero is tanking one of them, but the hero is no match for that. A bit sad, really. I'm gonna give that an upgrade, and we might need to upgrade the barracks here in just a few moments. First we'll drop that there, just so that none of the spiders actually get through. And we can upgrade that. Oh, the hero died. Well, that's a bit unfortunate, but the Yeti is going down in just a few moments. There we go. And the hero is up just in time to tank on the arrow damage there. Upgrade another tower. I think it's... Oh no, we don't need to do that quite yet, but we are going to drop the fire anyway. Get rid of most of those. And now, I get barbarians here, and soon we can give them throwing axes. Which is basically just extra damage on the units here without them being actually fighting. There we go, the champions are going down rather quickly. I'm gonna give another upgrade over there. This shouldn't really be a problem right now. Wait, 14 out of 18, that's not too bad. Most of the enemies are not even reaching here, but I'm gonna give the access max upgrades over there. And now I think it's time to start upgrading these two towers here. Just so that we can get rid of a bit more of the enemies before they reach around here. And apparently we are approaching the 2,000 euro limit over there. Yeah, we're not 150 euros off. And in case if you didn't know, the monies are going to save the children. And I think that's quite a good purpose. So please do donate if you can. I'll give that an upgrade. Give that an upgrade. Kill the animals. Yeah, I'm trying. Okay, they got one of, actually two of the paladins, but they're still alive. At least some of them are. We can upgrade the heal even further. We're gonna give them death ray over here, just so that we can get rid of some of the yetis before they reach too far. Is that an upgrade? Now there's a lot of spiders coming through here, but it should not really be a problem. There we go. Another one of the yetis dealt with. Well, no, we can't actually upgrade the paladins any further. They are already max. We'll give a death ray over there, though. Right. There's a lot of enemies over here. We're just gonna wait a bit longer before we drop fire on them, but we will drop fire. Right about now. Gets rid of most of them. We can upgrade that one and maybe that one. Good death ray over there. So now we don't really need to worry about most of the flying enemies anymore. And there's only one more wave after this one. Of course, the final wave is not going to be easy. So that's what you would probably expect anyway. I'm a bit disappointed that the hero is on level 6, but not in the next map, but the one after that, it's gonna reach level 10 quite easily, so at least we get that once. And there's some death rays going on, which is quite a lovely sight to witness on the enemies. So yeah, things are actually quite nice. We're gonna give that an upgrade, not that it really needs it, but just to make it look cleaner. I suppose. Okay, all of these have death rays. These two do not, so we're gonna have to focus on them next. And the final wave has started. It's gonna take a few moments before the enemies reach here, of course. Give that an upgrade. And we can give this an upgrade, and then we're gonna start, because the next upgrades on death ray just drops down the cooldown by 2 seconds each upgrade. The more insta-kills that we get, the better. Now we're gonna wait a little bit longer, and then we're gonna drop in the fire. Don't want to let too many enemies through here. Give that an upgrade. Hero is about to die, so we're gonna have to pull back. Okay, now he's good. And start giving the cooldown upgrades here. So that less enemies from the top lane will be reaching around here. And it's gonna save us some time. Actually, fully upgrade that. There we go. Now once we start seeing some of the matriarch spiders coming through here, that's when the end is nigh. There's an upgrade here as well. I mean, there's not really much to upgrade at this point. I could build more towers, but I don't really see the point. And now, these are the final Yetis, and there's going to be quite a few spiders coming through here, but that's not going to be a problem. I suppose we could give these some upgrades, just in case some of them get through. And I think it's starting to drop some fire there. Most of them are not surviving for long, which is quite nice. Oh, we did actually reach level 8 on the hero now. And the final enemy is about to go down. There we go. Now just waiting for the loading time. Thank you, thank you. That's good to hear. 1 hour passed. Right, sent the hero there. So he's going to be in a not very good position, but it's going to be a vital position nonetheless. Give an upgrade there. Send the troops on this side. And then we can give that an upgrade. Right, so we're putting in more troops here, and we're gonna actually have to give this barracks an upgrade. But it's only gonna have to have the 1 upgrade for now. Hero's challenging troll there. There we go, we can give that an upgrade, and then it's time to start upgrading these 2 towers. And hopefully we can get rid of most of the enemies. We're gonna have to drop in some fire in a little bit, because there's gonna be a lot more wolves coming in, and we can't deal with all of them. Waiting a little bit longer. Drop that there. Now that we got the last upgrade for the Rain of Fire, there's some random drops all around. There we go. Upgrades there. No, I'm a bit worried about that particular gargoyle, so I'm just going to drop the fire. We can actually afford that. Because there's not going to be too many enemies right now. But there's some archers over here, then mostly going to die, but we might have to send the hero to deal with the last one.
Come on, you wanna live forever? Honor guide me.
There we go. Drop that there. Give that an upgrade. We might have to upgrade the barracks now, just to make sure that we do a bit extra damage and drop some fire over there. Everything is under control, I swear. I do like the Rain of Fire, it's a nice panic button. But most of the enemies here are not gonna get too far, other than these three. But for those, we will drop the fire in just a few moments. There we go. I'm gonna give that an upgrade. Okay, I suppose I could upgrade. Actually, I'm gonna upgrade this one next. Drop in reinforcements first. While we're waiting for the cash to arrive, and it might take a few more hits. There we go. And we might want to upgrade this tower. There's gonna be quite a few archers coming through the south, which I'm not particularly happy about. Send the hero of that side to deal with the archers.
Come on, you wanna live forever?
Give that an upgrade. And for the most part, the troops over here are holding their ground, so that's good. We do need to send in the hero to deal with that. And then we drop in fire there and retreat. Now there's going to be some flying enemies. I'm going to give that an upgrade and this an upgrade. Now these rocketeers are a bit annoying because once you hit them for the first time, they will speed up quite a bit and they can slip past your defenses. Luckily, these will not be doing that. Oh, well, not slipping past my defenses at least. They are, of course, trying to. Right, there's a Dark Slayer here which has a high armor and a lot of hit points, but it will go down like the rest of them. Sending the hero to deal with the archers again. Not that he's capable of dealing with them all that well, but he can at least do a bit damage.
I will cleanse this land.
Right, I think it's time to give this an upgrade. And after that, we're going to have to start getting the death rays up. Because soon, they will be quite badly needed. The drummer boys gives them boost to the trolls there. And they got a lot of hit points, so they're a bit annoying that way, but I'm sure the towers can deal with that. Now we're going to give the death ray over there. Reinforce! 106, okay. So we've got plenty of time to reach the final map. So, I mean, this is map number 9 anyway, so there's only 3 more maps after this. We didn't get the death ray over here yet, but we do want to get that right about now. I'm going to drop some fire over here. That gets rid of most of the enemies. And there's going to be some yetis coming in. And some flying enemies, but the flying enemies are not going to be a problem, really. Well, I mean, as long as we can deal with the yetis soon, then they're not going to be a problem. There we go, that's a death ray over there. We can delay that a little bit, just so that the towers can deal with the rocketeers. There we go, and the Yeti has fallen. We're going to summon an elemental. There we go, and we're going to give the death ray upgrade over here because we are going to need that soon. Right. At this point, we're just actually going to start upgrading that. And there's quite a bit of enemies coming from both sides, but it's not really a problem right now. This one is going to get pretty far though, so that's a bit of an issue. sending the hero to deal with the archer again, as is tradition at this point.
Honor
I'm
God,
calling the hero back
I
again.
will cleanse this land.
Like a charm. Might and magic.
Right, so we're just waiting for a couple more Yetis to come in. There's the first wave of Yetis. There's going to be 2 more. Luckily, there's going to be a lot of death rays, so we don't need to worry about them getting too far. Now we can give that an upgrade. And the remainder of the cash we are going to save for the time being. There we go. Unfortunately, using the death ray for this tower took quite a while, so it might not get to use it on this. Not yet, anyway. Move the elemental a little bit further there. And now we're getting the boss fight. We're going to move the troops there. There we go, that's a zap. Drop some reinforcements there. We need to click on those so the tower's not frozen. So the Yeti still has 9,500. Unfortunately, it does eat our troops there, but it is an easy way to delay it a little bit. Okay, it's down to 7,000 now. Right. Eats that. We're gonna upgrade into paladins here. And now it's down to 4,500. We're probably gonna die in just a little bit. Especially now that there's 4 towers shooting. Drop in the reinforcement there to delay even further. Down to 2,000 and the paladins just got there in time. And it's about to go down. There we go. So that's map number 9 done. Now we get into different types of maps again. Okay, upgrade to the barracks. We just need to wait for the flag to pop up so we can actually click it. Now let's send the hero over there.
Like a charm.
Get some towers around here.
Might and magic.
Put down the reinforcements there and give that an upgrade. I suppose we're ready for the enemies now. Now you might be wondering why the hero is over here, but you do see the graveyard over there, and whenever we kill any weakly humanoid enemy, they will respawn at the graveyard once they've died. Thus we do want to have the hero over there to delay the enemies a bit. And so far, once we get a bit more cash, we're going to upgrade this tower just so that it has a bit higher reach. And damage, of course. And next, I think we're going to upgrade this tower twice, and then we're going to have to get the paladins up there. Right. About to get the upgrade. One more kill, just there we go. Now there's going to be some flying enemies, but they're not really too bad. Not the gargoyles. Right, so we're going to get an upgrade over here in just a few moments. And I do have to warn that in this map and some of the future maps, I may need to focus a little bit more, so I might be speaking a tiny bit less, but I do try to keep the talk going at least a little bit. But if it doesn't make any sense, what I'm speaking, then you know the reason. Right, we can get the paladins up now. Drop some fire over there, because I don't like those demons spawn. When they die, they explode and they damage anything around them. Now, I suppose I could actually get the Holy Strike first. And then, since there is a lot of flying enemies, we might want to start upgrading some of the towers again. But for the time being, things seem fairly good. We're gonna give that an upgrade though. So there's a bit increased damage. And towers seem to be keeping up with the flow of enemies, so I'm quite happy with that actually. As long as the fighting enemies don't get past, I don't think too many enemies will. Look at the Shield of Valor over there. Then I think it's time to upgrade this tower. Oh, the hero is actually rather damaged. Once it's killed that, I think I'm gonna have to pull it back to regen. Once it's done that, I can send it back. And the reinforcements are here just for a stopper. Drop some fire over there. And we can send the hero back. Okay, the sorcerer upgrade on that. And I suppose we probably get the healing. And then we do need to upgrade that tower. I have not forgotten. I may have gotten distracted, of course, but that's a totally different thing. So far, the paladins are doing most of the job. Quite well, actually. Okay, we can give that an upgrade now. We may need to up the area damage in a few moments, I suppose. Now we're gonna wait until this demon lord here reaches around here before we drop the fire again. Alright, we got all that. I'm gonna drop the fire right about now. Up the AoE damage there, and the hero actually got a level up from that, so that's excellent. Now then, I'm gonna start upgrading that one. I'm gonna build another tower here because we are going to need that soon enough. It's a bit extra damage in both lanes, so that's good. Yeah, that was some AoE damage there. It was maybe a bit of a waste there. I'm not gonna complain about that. Well, not too much anyway. I think I'm gonna drop the fire there. Just to get rid of these. Right, so I suppose I could get Elemental over there, or I could upgrade this to Arcane Wizard, or this one. Either one of them would work. So far, I don't think we need more damage around here, so I'm just gonna upgrade that. And then maybe upgrade this one, just to get a bit extra damage, especially on the skeletons. And that should happen anytime now. Once we can get rid of some of the hounds. There we go, that's one down. Gonna drop more troops there, and I'm actually gonna drop the fire over there. That should get rid of most of the enemies over there. Secret hand signs here. I'll think about that. We still got about 30 minutes.
Freedom! Reinforce!
Okay. I'm gonna upgrade that one now. I suppose I... Okay. I'm gonna upgrade that tower in the meanwhile, while we're waiting for the options for a pizza. Right, time to drop some fire on these guys here. Then we're gonna upgrade that one. I think... Okay, that's sped up pretty far. It might actually get past us. Right, so the hero has reached level 10. You know what? Just order something for me. Probably easier that way. I'm pretty sure that I can eat it anyway. Right, once this demon lord arrives here, we can drop some fire on there, and it's gonna get rid of most of the wolves. Okay, some of these enemies are getting past here, but we can give the death ray over there. And I think next we're gonna have to get the elemental here. Just for extra delaying around here. Right, we can get that. Please no. Okay. We're getting rid of most of the enemies here. It's the second last wave on this map. There's 2 more maps after this. Gonna have to give upgrade for the elemental, just to top it off in terms of health. Of course it will do a bit more damage now, but... Drop some fire over there again, right in front of the graveyard, so that the skeletons will die with that. Give the death ray over there, and we'll give death ray over here as well in just a few moments. There we go. We could upgrade the paladins even further, but I don't think we really need to. We can actually move the paladins on this side, because the enemies from here will not reach here. Or from the right lane here. Unfortunately, there's still quite a few enemies alive, so I'm gonna do some upgrades here. It's good that there's people having fun in the chat. I can appreciate that. With the death ray upgrade over there. And we are approaching the end of this map actually. Although we do need to kill pretty much all the enemies twice. Which is a bit unfortunate, but there's not much I can do about that. Okay, the final enemies are about to die. There we go. So one enemy got past, but that is still 3 stars. Now we get 2 upgrades here. We'll get into the next map. I need the hero over here, and then we're gonna have to do the towers on the run. Got some reinforcements there. Get some barracks around here. That there. That there. We can drop into fire with that side. Because the hero will be delaying most of the enemies there. We can give that an upgrade. Okay, it didn't quite work as I intended, but it did delay the enemies a little bit, so I'm okay with that. Upgrade the barracks again, just so that they can take a few more hits. Okay, I suppose we could call in the hero over here in the meanwhile. Give that an upgrade.
Honor guide me.
Time to drop in some fire here. Just to get rid of most of the enemies there, and none of them got past. That's good. Send the hero back there. Gonna spend quite a bit of time just running around, but I'm okay with that. I'm sure that the hero is not okay with that, but I'm not asking his opinion.
Might and magic.
And I think it's time to get the paladins up here in just a few moments, because the enemies will be a bit annoying soon enough. Just need to get a few more kills before we can do that. Or just call in a wave early. Get rid of those. We could upgrade that, or we could wait for the Shield of Valor, and I think that's probably the better idea. There we go. Now let's take a bit less damage, and the hero is level 5, so that's good. Can already do a decent amount of damage. I think I'm gonna save up for the AoE attack right about now. I can actually drop that there, although soon it's gonna be other stuff that we need to worry about. There's gonna be a new form of enemy, which is highly annoying. Actually, probably the most annoying enemy of this entire map. Well, this entire game, rather. Because it does a lot of damage, and it's range damage. Drop fire over there, just to get rid of the Necromancer. Then we can give that an upgrade. Hero is over here, so we should probably use him to deal with the enemies. Okay, the Dark Slayer got through. I'm not particularly happy about that. We can, however, upgrade the Knight over there, and actually drop the fire over there. Should be fine. We can then upgrade that, although I'm actually going to upgrade the Barbarian Hull first, and then we can give the throw-in access. There's a bit more range damage that we can do on the enemies. Drop in some reinforcements there, and now we got the axes. The hero on this side to tank a bit more damage. Now there's a lot of archers there. Since it's a lot of flying enemies, we're just gonna take care of that. Now it's time to start getting the arcane towers up for this map. There we go, we are... Hey Rommel. Yeah, things are going mostly fine here. Give that an upgrade. Actually, how? 127. That's not bad, it's not necessarily the best, but it's still rather decent. Now that would be a quite fun target to use the Rain of Fire on. Unfortunately, it's not very wise. Because there's going to be some necromancers over here. Just going to wait them to appear on the frame itself. And that's now dealt with. We're going to have to give the paladins a heal right about now. If I remember correctly, there's going to be quite a few enemies in these waves. Of course, I could be mistaken, but we're going to take care of the necromancers there. I'm going to send in the hero to deal with some of the archers. At least he can do a fair bit of damage there. And I think we're going to get the death ray on this side. Sending a bit further, and most of the archers are dead now. There we go. We sent the hero this side. The hellhounds have been dealt with. We can upgrade the axes a little bit. Now the demon lord does have pretty high. Okay then. Give that another upgrade, and then we do need to start upgrading these towers over here. Because, well, I mean, I suppose I could give the death ray on that side as well, but right now it's not a priority. As long as we can get rid of the demon spawn quickly, then we can easily kill the demon lord. Is that an upgrade? Might have to give it another upgrade soon. And now there's a lava elemental here, which is it has a lot of hit points and does a decent amount of damage. So it's a bit nasty enemy, but I'm pretty sure that we can take care of it soon enough. I mean, I think we can save up for the death ray on this side. That should deal with it. I'm gonna pull the hero back a little bit, give the death ray over there. Of course, it does have a cooldown of 20 seconds, so it needs to wait that before we can actually shoot it. Hopefully it is going to help a fair bit. Now with the increased aerial attack for the paladins, we should be mostly okay. I may have to increase the heal over there. We're going to upgrade that tower. We may actually have to drop into fire here, just to get rid of most of the enemies. And send the hero to finish off the elemental. There we go. And the remaining enemies around here shouldn't be too bad, really. Do that an upgrade, and that an upgrade. Upgrade that to level 4. And upgrade that even further. And we're going to get most of the archers now before they even reach here. Sending the hero. Okay then. Now this side is rather strong. Now there's going to be a lot of flying enemies and some elementals coming through there, but this is one of the easier ways. Have we had any donations lately?
So there's another €20 donation from M. Moru, less than 3. Thank you very much. Eli 20 € lahjoitus M. Moru, vähemmän kuin 3, ja viesti on söpö. Kiitoksia oikein paljon lahjoituksesta.
Thank you for the donations. Right, almost reaching the last wave on this. There's going to be a lot of enemies coming through both lanes now. But I'm not too worried about that. We don't have death rays on these towers yet, which is certainly something that we might want to consider. Because preferably on the last wave, we don't want to let any of the enemies, quite frankly, reach here. I'd rather kill them all over here and here. So we're saving up all the death ray for this side as well. Luckily the defense is quite strong. Now we can give the death ray over there. Hero is just standing there. And there goes the demon lord. Bye bye. Actually we can start ditching out more of the death rays here. Actually upgrade the heal on the paladins, and it's probably going to be useful still. There we go, that's the necromancer down.
And we have another 30 € donate from MK. Thank you very much. Eli 30 € lahjoitus MKilta ja viestinä noita karusellia odottaen Homelios nimeksi #MSC-nimi voimia yölle. Kiitos MK oikein paljon lahjoituksesta.
Thank you for the donation. Very much appreciated. There we go, we got rid of the elemental there. And at this point, I think we're gonna start just piling up the death ray cooldown upgrades here. Because it is actually the final wave. There's gonna be quite a few enemies still, but they will mostly be dealt with around here already. There we go. So I could drop in some fire there to speed things up. More upgrades over here. I suppose I could upgrade more over here. Some of them will actually get past, but not too many. Luckily on this map we don't have to kill them twice. I think that is actually the last one on this map, and then we are going to the final map. Oh, bloody hell. There we go. Right, spiked armor. So when the enemies hit our troops, they will also take some damage.
Prepare for glory.
Might and magic, like a
Now this is one of the maps that I do need to focus quite a bit. So apologies in advance. I mean, this is the final map anyway.
like a charm.
Just gonna wait for the hellhounds to be within reach. I'm gonna drop some fire over there. I suppose we can upgrade that one.
Might and magic.
Indeed, Spike mentioned. Now we're just gonna wait for the necromancers to arrive close enough here. Could be summoning yet another set of skeletons. Unfortunately, they're not gonna survive the fire there. Well, unfortunately for them, not for us.
Like a charm.
There are some flying enemies around here, but we should be able to deal with them. I think I'm gonna give this tier 3 upgrade. There we go. Just so that we can get rid of the enemies a bit faster. We're gonna drop some fire over there. Get rid of the Demon Lord. There we go. With the Shield of Valor upgraded there. I think that early on is gonna be quite beneficial. I suppose I could upgrade one of the other towers at this point. Yeah, I think I'm gonna upgrade that one.
Charm.
I suppose I could drop some fire on these troops in just a little bit. I'm gonna wait for the archers to reach a bit closer before we do that. Just so that we don't have to deal with them. Now let's give the AoE damage for the paladins so we can get rid of more of the skeletons. And in a few moments we're gonna have to get a barracks on this side, so we're just gonna do that real quick. And now there's some bigger enemies coming in again. They should not pose big of a problem. And if they do, we do have the panic button. Is that an upgrade? Okay, so the hero should be getting a level up pretty soon. Right, so I could drop the fire here now, but I'm going to wait until more of the enemies reach here before we do that. And meanwhile, we'll give the paladins a heal. Drop some reinforcements over there. Now I think it's time to drop some fire. That should get rid of most of the enemies. I think at this point we do want to get the sorcerer over here. Actually, I should have probably waited with the Rain of Fire a little bit, but it's too late now. Well, let's drop that there, get rid of most of the enemies, and we can upgrade the area a little bit and then start upgrading these towers here. Because there's rocketeers coming in and they are quite annoying, as we already know. Time to drop some fire over here to get rid of the archers and some of the rocketeers. Now we can upgrade that, give another upgrade here. And let's see, how many of the enemy rocketeers will get through? I don't know yet. Hopefully not many. As long as the units over there can keep... Oh, bloody hell, one of them will get through. But it's only one of them. Upgrade that. Twice, actually. And now there's more interaction in the map that we need to keep a track on. Actually gonna build another barracks here. Upgrade that. And we're just gonna wait a little bit longer before we drop the Rain of Fire. Just so that we can get rid of the necromancers for the most part. Because those are going to be a problem in this map. Especially in this wave. We can drop in the elemental over there. So he can take care of some of the enemies. Well, we can make those into paladins because that is something that we will need. And now I think I'm going to drop more fire over there. The troops over here can deal with the skeletons. Well, there's less of them anyway. I'll upgrade the heal on the paladins, and then it's time to start putting up more towers, actually. Got a tower over there as well. And now there's some enemies spawning in from the circles. If we don't click on the towers, they will be unable to shoot. Of course, for the barracks, that's not really a problem, as long as the soldiers don't die. But for the most part, they are not looking too bad. Right, if we can get rid of the Demon Lord quickly, that'd be nice. Also, we can drop in some fire over there, in a rather crucial place. Got another sorcerer over here. And the skeletons are kept in order. There we go. Most of the enemies have been dealt with already. Now there's some elementals coming in here, which we don't really have a way to deal with around here quite yet. I suppose we could upgrade that to deal a bit more damage there and give an upgrade for the elemental of our own. Okay, they're spawning over here now, which is not great, but not terrible. Not yet, at least. Okay, we can't touch this one now because there's the cage around it. Now, it's time to upgrade these into barbarians, just so that we can get a throwing axes put in there. And drop in some fire on those archers. Get the axes on full strength, so they deal a lot of damage. Make sure that we have some reinforcements here, keeping most of the extra skeletons occupied. There's the Shield of Valor and the Holy Strike. Okay, we are getting a lot closer to the end, but we're not quite there yet. I don't know. We're not gonna make necessarily my personal best, although we might. We'll have to see. But since at least on speedrun.com there's no submissions for this on medium difficulty, you might be able to gain new world record for the medium at least. But since there's no other missions there, should be rather easy.
Ja 100 euroa lahjoittanut Blanco ry. Kiitoksia todella paljon Blancolle. Eli meillä on nyt 2000 euroa kerätty. Eli Noitarun toteutuu. Thank you very much for Blanco for the 100 euro donation. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Right. Time to get more towers around here. And also some death rays going on. Because this is actually the final wave before the boss. Right, I think these troops are mostly as good as they can be. Gonna focus on the towers themselves right now. And drop some fire over there. That an upgrade when you give another death ray there. And these cages are rather common at this point. And we can't actually upgrade that one quite yet, but that's been dealt with now. There. Okay, that one didn't have the death ray, but it does have now. And once we kill these remaining elementals and the skeletons that will appear, then we are facing the boss fight. Moving the hero to help with that. Okay, we are facing boss fight here, and once we get control on this, we're going to move the paladins over there, and we're going to move this elemental over here. And this boss has two phases. Once it dies the second time, the time will end, but I will let you know once it's time for that. Drop some fire on that. It has 6,666 health on both of the phases. I think we're just gonna focus on making the death rays as common as possible around here. Just to get rid of most of the enemies. And the boss is already at 2,700. Okay, that was a bit of a mistake. Because it will now get rid of the elemental there. Oh well. Okay, it's about to die in just a few moments. There we go. Well, but there's the second phase. Move that there. We're gonna move in the troops there. Move that back a little bit. We can drop in the fire. At this point, it doesn't summon more troops though, which is quite handy. And the elemental is there, delaying a little bit. We can then drop the reinforcements. Move the elemental there. We're gonna move the paladins on this side and that over there, but it shouldn't matter because. Time. So 148 It's not too bad. It's not my personal best, but it's still rather solid. There's credits over there. There's, of course, there's a lot in this game that we didn't show here. How much do we have time at this point? 20 minutes. Okay, I suppose I could show a few other things. For example, there's two different, or two other types of versions of the maps. There's a heroic and Iron Man, or Iron Challenge, which you can earn extra stars with that, which is quite handy. But we're gonna go with the... Just gonna show the Iron and Heroic on the first map. Should be fairly easy. So on this one, we only have access to the ball marks and the barracks, which does complicate things a little bit, and there's only one wave. It's just constant flow of enemies, basically. Just gonna save up a little bit of cash for the barracks. And then things actually shouldn't be too bad. We can even drop some fire over there to speed things up a little bit. I think we're actually going to build the barracks down here.
For honor and glory, for the kingdom.
Most of the goblins should be dying on the explosions there, although apparently some of, well, one of them did get past that, but once we get the reinforcements we can stop that right about there. Now we should be able to get another cannon soon, although there's quite a bit of enemies around here, so just gonna stall them a little bit and maybe add in another barracks. I haven't practiced this one, so we might not actually be able to go through this. Well, we got rid of most of them. We can put in a cannon around here. It has a very slow speed, though, which is slightly inconvenient at times. There we go. So that was the Iron Challenge. And then we're going to quickly show the Heroic. Just mostly the same as the basic one, just a bit more challenge. Harder enemies and such, although no, the health is the same, but more of the enemies, I suppose. But yeah, if you're playing this game and you're having some troubles doing some of these for the earlier maps, it will give you more upgrades that you can use in the later maps to get a bit of an edge. We're gonna drop the fire on those orcs there and get another mage tower. Dropping some extra reinforcements there, and most of the enemies are being stopped there. I'm not sure if this is going to be a viable tactic for this Heroic, but I suppose we can try. Especially if we put in a cannon there, it's gonna have some splash damage. And that should help us quite a bit. unfortunately we can't actually upgrade any of these. So far the defense is holding. I mean, this is gonna be the final wave, and after this I will probably step out. I mean, well, technically we do have a fair bit of time, but don't think that's gonna be much of a problem. Or at least I hope it's not gonna be a problem. This time we did actually need the extra towers here. There we go. Right, so I'd like to thank, well, the audience, everyone who donated, and of course the staff here. And don't switch out the channel yet, because there's going to be my summer car, and it's going to be amazing. So stay for that. Of course, that's probably going to be in Finnish, so if you're not a Finn, you might have a bit hard time understanding, but the game is amusing anyway, so stick for that.